So I want to create a game. So this is the goal. Your goal today is to build a choose your own adventure game using what you have learned in the lessons today, blah 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 blah. Then I'm going to be using this flowchart to build it. This particular flowchart. So this is the particular flowchart I'm going to be using for this project. So I'm going to start from here. I think I already have this one part of my course stuff. So I'm just going to start from the logic. So if if the user should choose left, right, or anything else, they fall into a hole. So that's what I'm going to start with. So I'm going to say um user user choice equals to input. Sorry, I made a mistake. Input. Then you're at a crossroad. Where do you want to go? Type left or right. Then this slash n is just for it to for the inputs to be at a new line. So now if let's check the flowchart again. If user choice is left, if user choice is left, then if the user choice is left, then user choice 2, that's I'm creating another variable to store the inputs of this. Okay, don't let me code it for myself. Okay, if user choice is left, then I should print this. I should print lucky you. Let me just come up with any story idea or something like that. So I'm actually going to be using nested ifs for this, so I'll just have to calm down for myself. So if user choice is left, then I'll just tell them something. So another input will come that do they want to swim or wait. If it is wait, another input will come. So let me just do that. So print lucky you. You've just escaped an hole. Let me look for uh which emoji can I use? Okay, let me use this one. Smirky face. Lucky you, you've just escaped an hole. So user choice 2. I'm going to say input input. Do you want to swim across or not? Forgot to put the quotation mark. Do you want to swim across or wait for the boat come over and meet you. New line. So now what this does is that if this user choice inputs you are at a crossroad, blah blah blah, where do you want to go? Type left or right. So if the user's choice is left, if they choose left, then it's the next thing that should happen is print this. Lucky you, you've just escaped an hole. If I should run it now, if I should run it, you see this is what I'll find this little ASCII art here. Then welcome to Treasure Island. Your mission is to find the treasure. You're at the crossroad. Where do you want to go? Type left or right. So I can just go left. So lucky you, you've just escaped an hole. Do you want to swim across or wait for typo? So let me correct that typo. Do you want to swim across or wait for the boat to come over and meet you? Let's change this to this. Left. Lucky you've just escaped an hole. Do you want to swim across or wait for the boat to come over and meet you? Swim. Nothing will happen because I've not yet implemented the code for that. So now let me put an else statement for this. Else print sorry you fell into an hole for for choosing choice the wrong choice. So that's going to so automatically they've lost into the game. Then they've lost the game. So I can now create a new line and say sorry you've you've lost the game. So if I should run that, you see, let's assume I choose something else. I choose maybe right. You see, sorry, you fell into an hole for choosing the wrong choice. Sorry, you've lost the game. Let me put an emoji to make it look nicer. So if I should run this, then you're at a crossroad. Let me even search for something. So I want to check for emoji ASCII arts. Let me Gary. Let me just take this. So if I should choose left, lucky you just escaped and no. Do you want to swim across or wait for the boat to come over and meet you? So now, there's going to be another if statement inside this. So it's going to be if user choice oops sorry if user choice 2 equals to equals to wait Then no dey give me this thing. I wan do am by myself. If user choice, if the second user choice is equals to width, then print what am I supposed to okay, print finally you who am I bringing print? See, print finally, comma, you got to the treasure land safely. Full stop. But else, print sorry, you decided to take the risk. Always be patient at all times. And a smirky face. Game over for you. Game over. So now inside this, if we are going to have another user choice, user choice 3 equals to get input from the user. Do you want to go through the red, yellow, or blue door? So if you want to go through the if you want to carry your head and go through the red door, no, yellow door, carry your head and go through the yellow door, then print hooray, you found the treasure, you win. You found the treasure, you win. But if else, Baba, to lose, else, na. Print, you choose the wrong door that was full of angry, hungry animals. Game over. So I would like to put a function, though I've not gotten to that part, a function to reset the game and you go back to the distance you lose, you get a function to reset the game, but this is not the project. It's just the project is just this basic stuff, and this is the demo. This is how the demo looks like. So click run, then you're at a crossroad. Where do you want to go? Left. You've come to a lake. There's an island in the middle of the lake. Type wait to wait for a boat. Type swim to swim across. Use wait. You arrive at the island unarmed. There's house with three doors, one red, one yellow, and one blue. Which color do you? If I choose yellow, then you found the treasure, you win. But let's assume I choose swim, you get attacked by an angry trout, game over. So that's just basically how it is. So let's just go over it once again. And stop on this one. So print, welcome, blah blah blah. So I collect user choice. You're at a crossroads. Where do you want to go? Type left or right. Then if the user choice is left, because that's the correct thing, then it should print lucky you just escaped an hole. And else else sorry you fell into an hole for choosing the wrong choice. Sorry, you've lost the game. No, let me put game over since that's what I'm putting for everything. Game over, game over. So, but if that was not the case, but you choose left, then now another input. Do you want to swim across or wait for the boat to come over and meet you? So if you choose wait, then print finally you got to the treasure island safely. Else, sorry, you decided to take the risk. Always be patient at all times. Game over. Let me put something here. And got attacked by crocodiles. Cro crocodiles. Always be patient at all times. Let me put a slash in here. Always be patient at all times. Game over. And if you choose width, then print, fine, and blah blah blah. Then user choice 3. Input, do you want to go through the red, yellow, or blue door? And if your choice is yellow, then print you found the treasure. If not, if anything else, game over for you. And if I wanted to make this a UI, I would have just imported um TK, that's Tinta, a Python GUI module, but this one is just a command line interface, whatever. So this is how the final stuff should look like. So you're at a crossroad. Where do you want to go? If I decide to go left, lucky you just escaped and pulled. Do you want to swim across or wait for the boat to come over and meet you? If I choose wait, finally you got to the treasure island safely. You want to go through the red, yellow, or blue door? If I choose yellow, then you found the treasure, you win. This is like the same idea if you want to create a rock, paper, scissors kind of game. When I was learning JavaScript, it was kind of tough for me. As per that was my first real programming language, but JavaScript has already made things easy for me to learn Python because they basically have the same thing. So to create the rock paper scissors, you have to use like something like a random this thing module in Python. But in JavaScript, you can just use an inbuilt math function to generate random numbers. It's called math.random, then input the parameters. But in Python, you have to import the module.